Now let's get on to Jyotish itself. So there's 3 core aspects of Jyotish. Jyotish means Vedic astrology. The 3 core aspects that we're looking at when we're looking at the state of the universe, this universal clock, the hands of this universal clock, we're looking at the sky, we're looking at the stars, and we're looking at the planets. 3 things. Firstly, the sky. So the sky creates what we call the houses. Now these are also 30 degrees. So east is this way here. So everything's rising in the east and setting in the west. That 360 degrees that all of these things are moving on, with the houses, we also break that into 12, which gives us 30-degree sections. These are fixed parts of the sky. So which part of the sky is XYZ happening? So if we go straight up, that 30 degrees that's straight up, that's the 10th house. You can see here the 10th house. If we look at what's rising in the east, this is the 1st house. What's setting in the west, this is the 7th house, opposite the 1st house. And then directly underneath us is the 4th house. So these are the houses, these are the parts of the sky. They don't change, they're fixed. From our perspective, here on the earth, which part of the sky are we looking at? Now, in Vedic astrology, the ascendant is very important. What's ascending? Ascending means when the sun rises in the east. What is ascending when we were born? Now, maybe we weren't born at sunrise, maybe we were born at noon. So the sun is straight up here. But what sign is ascending? That's very important. In Vedic astrology, that's called the 1st house, the ascendant house. What's rising, right? And opposite, and that represents our self. Represents the self, the person themselves. Opposite that is the 7th house, the western horizon. Who do you think is represented by that? If it's opposite ourself, who's opposite ourself in this lifetime?
Our relationships.
Our relationships, right? Our spouse, our partner, maybe even business relationships, but people we're in partnership with, opposite us. That's the 7th house. So the 7th house means the partner, the spouse, all of these, this aspect of life is the 7th house. What do you think the house that's straight up ahead, the most visible part that everybody can see, what part of our life is that? Sorry? The public life. Very good, yeah. The public life, or the career. The bit that everybody can see, that's the 10th house. And what about opposite that? The bit we can't even see it standing here. What's the opposite of public? It's the private life, right? It's the inner life, the home, the private life. That's the 4th house. Okay, we can see that? So in this big circle, beginning from the east up and down, these 4 houses, these 4 parts of the sky are the most important. The ascendant, the person themselves, the 7th house, their partner, the 10th house, the occupation, the 4th house, the inner emotions, the private life. Okay? And the other houses we'll fill into a bit later on, but these are the main 4.